Yo, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear, man. Salute to everybody out there, whether you're watching me on YouTube or you're watching me behind the scenes on TikTok, Dallas Cowboys Nation. Hopefully, everyone's having a good one. Good Wednesday. Our Dallas Cowboys are off today. They're doing some team bonding stuff. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live early, and just relax. We've been grinding hard, man. We've been putting in work. And I got to give you guys a lot of credit, Cowboys Nation, because y'all been running the numbers up. Y'all really been liking the breakdowns we've been doing, go over the practice clips and all that fun stuff. So I'm extremely appreciative of all of y'all, man. So we're going to have some fun today. Y'all know the vibes, man. Comment, like, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're following me on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow on TikTok. And we're going to free flow today, man. I want y'all to ask a lot of questions. I know I've been dropping a lot of videos. We went to, did cover 3 last night with my brothers, DMV and CFT. So sometimes I know when we're doing cover 3, we got 3 different channels connected, so many different questions rolling in. So y'all might just have questions specifically for me and we really can't get to it. We definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us on cover 3, man. So I deeply appreciate all of y'all, man. Hopefully everything is good. Hopefully the vibes is high, Cowboys Nation. Like I said, I'm super excited right now. I'm in my bag. And if you follow me on Twitter, y'all know Tuck is locked in because I'm about to head to New York. Oh yeah, Tuck is pulling up. Tuck is pulling up for the opening game versus the New York Giants. All right. So I got my tickets this morning. I was kind of waiting on how things with the schedule and my son's soccer tournaments and all that stuff. And once I saw the schedule was clear, I'm headed to New York. So I will be in attendance for not the home opener, the first game, the opener of the season on Sunday Night Football versus the Giants, man. I'm excited about that because I've never been to the Meadowlands, right? But I know a bunch of y'all are out there on the East Coast, around there in New York. They're like, yo, the Giants games are kind of fun. So I'm going to the Giants game. And then also, Micah Parsons says, yo, I'm going to be back week 6 for the Cowboys game. I said, well, I'm going to be there too. All right, so I got my tickets for Lambeau. I'm going to be out there at Lambeau Field. I think that's a Sunday night game. So I'll be out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin with the cheese curds. And then I'm waiting on my dog, Easy the Block Captain, because I was going back and forth about this. And I was talking to Rome and DMV. They're like, nah, Tuck, we can't do it. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it this year, Cowboys Nation. I'm going to do it this year. This will be the year Tuck is pulling up to the link. It is what it is. All right. I'm pulling up to the link. All right. So I hit my dog, Easy the Block Captain, like, yo, bro, get the tickets. And I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. Now, of course, we know it's going to be some turbulence when I pull up to the link, but I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. I don't think it's going to go too far left, but if it goes too far left, then we going to get it right, baby. That's how we do, Cowboys Nation. But we are not ducking no smoke this year. And then I'll also let you guys know about the Seahawks game, LA, and then also I'll be in attendance for the home game versus San Francisco as well. And then also the Houston Texans game. So calendar starting to fill up, man. I'm excited to get out there and see some Dallas Cowboys football. And I'm actually excited about how camp has been going, man. And I know a lot of you guys are excited about camp as well. If y'all going to games, man, comment in the chat. Let me know on TikTok if y'all going to be there, man. My dog says, we going to Philly. Bam, we going to Philly, bro. We pulling up to Philly. Bet. Said, I'll be at the Seahawks game. All right, we going to go to the Seahawks game. So I know, here's the thing about Cowboys Nation, y'all. I'll never be alone. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to be outnumbered. It's not like Dallas Cowboys fans don't travel and I'm going to be by myself. Hell no, man. We are America's team and we roll deep anywhere, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Let's go outside, man. So I'm taking my act on the road. You guys know typically I was doing a lot of home games. So I said, no, this year I want to switch it up, right? I want to go on the road because one, I've never been to Philly. I haven't been to SoFi. I've never been to Seattle. So I haven't been to some of these places. I've been to Green Bay, but that was just for the draft, right? So it's like, you know what? I want to do that. I hit my dog DJ Clyde this morning, like, yo, bro, I'm pulling up to New York. He'll tell y'all, I sent him the ticket and everything this morning. I hit him up like, yo, bro, you going to be at the game in New York? He was like, yeah, I'm going to be outside. I bought my ticket just like that. I said, I'm outside then. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So what up, Tuck? I'm right over the bridge. I'll be there in Philly, Cowboys by nature. Bet, bro. We going to pull up to Philly. We gonna pull up to Philly, man. I'm pulling up, I'm tailgating, I'm doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna wear no shiesty. I'm not gonna go in just an all black polo and not wear no Cowboys gear while I'm at the link. I ain't tucking no chains, bro. I'm outside, start up. Just don't touch me. Say whatever you want. Just don't throw nothing at me. Don't touch me. All right, he'll tell y'all. I texted him this morning. While I was in the gym. I was in the gym. I was working out. Maybe it was the squat rack. I had my music going. I had my pre-workout going. You know what I'm saying? Moving my weights. And I said, you know what? F that. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up, man. Caleb Downs got me ready to pull up. Quinnen Williams got me ready to pull up. Dak Prescott got me ready to pull up. I'm pulling up, man. I'm pulling up, man. And salute to everybody, all the subscribers on the YouTube channel. Like I said, TikTok, go over to YouTube if y'all want to see the full show. And shoot to my members. Like I said, we got the emojis, the shoddy emojis, bang. Got the Dez emojis, bang. Who else we got? We got Pickens, bang. We got Flex and Dak, bang. Who is this? CeeDee Lamb, bang. And of course, Caleb Downs. You know what I'm saying? So we got all the emojis loaded up, but we got to get more members because they're stopping me at only 10. You know what I'm saying? But I got a few more I want to add. You know what I'm saying? I got a few more that I want to add. It just reported Aaron Donald was working out with the Rams. So it seems like the conversation is Aaron Donald might go into media or he might go for the Rams. I'm like, yo, ESPN, bro, hire Aaron Donald. Someone do us a favor. NFL Network, I don't know, Club Shay Shay, somebody, do the NFL a favor and just hire Aaron Donald because I don't want him out there with Myles Garrett, man. My dog KC Smack talking to building, man. Definitely give my dog a follow if you're on YouTube. Also give him a follow on TikTok. We're going to link up for a show here soon. We got to get the schedule set. I think we might do next Thursday because this Thursday is the Hall of Fame game. Well, tomorrow's the Hall of Fame game, all right? But we definitely going to link up and do some content. He's phenomenal, man. Like, he is one of those people, y'all. It's like Lou Takes, when you just see him and just be like, oh, they got it. They got it. You know what I'm saying? They got it. You know what I'm saying? They got it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do that. He got it, right? So definitely give him a follow on YouTube if you haven't already. We outside for the New York game, too. We're tailgating. Bet. I'm not sure. I haven't set up the tailgate yet where I'm going to be at. You know, I think I just announced it this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get everything set up. You know, I know some of my hard hitters will be out there. And then I know some Giants fans. Who's my girl, Steffi Smalls. She does incredible coverage for the Giants. She's like, you really going to be there this time? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there. My dog Vada Fly hit my dog Vada Fly this morning. He going to be outside. So it's going to be a fun time. Like I said, I've never been there. Just booked my hotel, flight, all that. So we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? We're good to go. What happened with Easy and Still yesterday? I mean, it's practice. Talking about practice, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're competing, things happen. Now, I'll say this, right, about getting kicked out of practice for throwing punches or fighting, all right? For me personally, there was days where I really didn't want to be outside at practice today. So I knew if I got into a little scuffle, coach was going to send me to the locker room. I remember clearly, we were going to a bowl game. It was cold as hell outside. We had a 6 a.m. practice in the middle of snow in December. And I was outside. I didn't want to be there. I was sleepy. I was cranky. Coach was bitching. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be here right now. So Tuck just threw a punch. I actually didn't punch. I kicked him. I kicked our center. I remember, man. Salute to our center, Andy Banstra. He was a big, powerful center. So he came around on a pool, and he dove and tried to do a cut block on my knees. And that was my number one no-no as a linebacker. Do not try to chop my knees out. That's a no-no. So he tried to chop my knees out. That was a no-no. It was 6:30 in the morning. That was a no-no. It was freezing cold outside. That was a no-no. So I just kicked him in the face mask. Bam. Right between his face mask and split his bridge of his nose. Tucker, get off my field. Get out of here. You're done. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I was a red shirt anyway, so it's like I wasn't even going to be playing the bowl game. right? And I wanted to go home. I was Trayvon Diggs's, man, because I was a freshman, right? I was away from home. We were going to a meaningless bowl game. It wasn't a playoff game. It's one of those extracurricular bowl games. I wanted to have Christmas with my family, but coach said we couldn't go home for Christmas. We're outside in the cold practicing for a meaningless bowl game that we had to go to Minnesota and play. I said, you know what? I'm over it. Wham. Kicked Andy Banstra right across the bridge. Tucker, get off my field. Bet. And I went and sat in the locker room for a little bit till practice was over and ate bagels. So I'm not saying that's what Donovan Izaraku did yesterday, but who am I to judge? Because I've used that PTO, the practice PTO, of getting to a little scuffle to get out of practice. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's funny, right? As Anthony Hill Jr.'s dad, right? You know what I'm saying? Big A Hill, he was there. He knew it because we didn't want to be out there. He was from Florida. So he damn sure didn't want to be outside in the cold. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Kansas, but he was from Florida. So snow was new to him. He was mad, but I just knew a way to get out of practice that day. And Andy cut out my legs, dove from my knees. And I just said, you know what? Wham. Now, the crazy thing, Andy Banstra, salute to my dog Andy, he was built like a Dragon Ball Z character, bro. So he was so jacked that he didn't even have to work out with the team. They let him work out on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I was chilling eating bagels, but I knew once Andy comes back in this locker room, Tuck, you're going to have to be ready to squabble or put this out, man. And he came in the locker room like, what's up? My heart's racing. I dropped my bagels like, all right, let's do it. And then luckily the team stepped in and was like, y'all can't fight, da-da-da-da-da. But I was like, hey, man, Tuck, I was only a freshman. Y'all saw my college photo. I wasn't the biggest guy. You know what I'm saying? I was with it all, but I was going to have to scrap. But I knew they weren't going to let us really scrap in this locker room. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. But shout out to Donovan Izaraku. All right. But perfect segue. Brian Schottenheimer has been preaching physicality in practice, right? That is becoming the foundation for the Dallas Cowboys. And I like it. Now, I feel like Brian Schottenheimer last year was trying to preach physicality, right? Physical. We're going to be tough. We're going to be physical. We're going to be disciplined. But I don't really think that Shotty had the ingredients to really do it. All right. I think, of course, that was the mentality that he wanted to have installed into our team last year. But I just don't think we had tough, physical guys on our roster. All right. When you look at this current Dallas Cowboys roster, Dallas Cowboys Nation, it's built different, right? And I'm not saying that as a YouTube cliche to get you guys to watch my video, though I appreciate you all tuning in, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, also on YouTube. All right. But I'm not just saying that as a cliche, right? I feel like this Dallas Cowboys team is built different from a physicality standpoint, just from a stature standpoint, a size standpoint, but also from a mentality standpoint. Now, I was saying this yesterday on Cover 3. You really don't see defensively big, vibrant personalities. All right. Now, still love them or hate them, right? But that's still my dog, you know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. People can be mad at me, but I loved 11. I really did. That's why he's still up there until I can get me a Caleb Downs too, all right? But he was a massive personality, and that was coming in from Penn State, right? If you go back to my draft coverage of Micah Parsons, the one thing I can say, he is one of the best players, defensive players in the draft, but can you trust him with the keys to the kingdom? And you couldn't, right? I always compare Micah Parsons to my kids, right? Because Patrick Surtain, Micah Parsons was the kid that we all have. You cannot leave him alone while you and your wife go on vacation at the house because the trash won't be taken out. The dog won't be fed, right? It'll be a house party at your house, all right? Patrick Surtain, dog will be fed, right? House will be clean when you got back. Like, I didn't have to worry about Patrick Surtain. Micah, big personality, all right? But when you think about the Caleb Downs, all right? You think about the Malachi Lawrences. You think about the Jayshon Barham. When you think about Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Kobe Durant, right? Branding isn't even a part of the equation. Like, Quinnen Williams is a 12-sack guy, y'all. He's not Mozzie Smith. He's not Jonathan Hankins. Salute to Jonathan Hankins. He is a 12. Quinnen Williams is by far one of the best, I would say, top 2, top 3 defensive linemen in the league. Have you guys ever seen a Quinnen Williams commercial? Probably not. Have you guys even seen Quinnen Williams ads, right? I'm not even sure if he has an Instagram or not, right? So he's very even kill, right? The same thing with Kenny Clark, the same thing with Rashawn Gary, the same thing with Caleb Downs, right? When it comes to these guys, football is just what they do, right? And so I think that when you kind of have that, there's no more a sideshow or any side quest, right? Now, of course, I don't knock players for having podcasts. Caleb Downs has one, right? But I just think that football, being locked in, winning will be the number one priority to a lot of these guys, right? And you're already seeing it translate. Brian Schottenheimer spoke about Christian Parker's defense is ahead of schedule because a lot of people were saying, yo, Tuck, it's going to take him some time to gel, right? It's going to be a minute, right? It's going to be, some time before it really gels. But it sounds like they're ahead of schedule. Now, of course, it's all lip service, but what I can tell you guys this, Cowboys Nation, I'm seeing this team do things already in 2 days of pads I wasn't seeing last year. Defensively. Right, offensively, y'all just go to the other field and do it. Right? I mean, we're paying attention to the offense, but we're not paying attention. Y'all just do what you do, all right? But defensively, I'm seeing communication. I'm seeing everyone run to the ball. I'm seeing energy. I'm seeing swagger. I'm seeing effort. I'm seeing identity starting to change already in 2 days of pads with this team that I didn't see it last year. And I know that I'm new on TikTok, right? So to TikTok, hit that follow button, right? But for those people who've been following me for a while, y'all know this time last year, I was not feeling any of this shit at all. I know. I didn't like the boxing, right? You remember when they came out with boxing gloves on and shit, and then they were surfing on surfboards last year, and then Kyer Elam was holding up babies like Simba from Lion King, and like it was a damn spectacle last year. It just didn't feel like toughness, physical. It felt like you're overcompensating for confidence, right? Doing a whole bunch of extra doesn't fool other grown men. Right? What gets people's attention offensively, right? What sends a message was the shit that DeMarvin Overshown did out the gate on Hunter Lipke. That's what sends a message. I don't care if your coach comes out in boxing gloves and y'all got on surfboards and all sorts of fun games and da-da-da. Because here's what I'll say, Cowboys Nation. If I need my coaching staff to come out with boxing gloves, or if I need them to come out on surfboards and surf around and practice to get me amped up, maybe this ain't the job for you. Right? Maybe this might not be the proper field for you. All right. So if you need the extra to get fired up, with this team, I don't see a lot of extra. Because I feel like these are guys that has chips on their shoulder, right? And my dog Ron was mentioning this yesterday. You know, Kobe Durant was a castaway. The Rams moved on from him for Trent McDuffie, who George Pickens, you know, I like Trent McDuffie. That was my guy. Trent McDuffie and Jay Tuck are like this because he was my claim to fame. Because the very first time I got on Kansas City radio, I spoke to the Chiefs PR and one of their agents, personnel, and I knew he was from Washington, and I asked him about Trent McDuffie out of Washington, the cornerback, J.C. Pearson, so the J.C. Pearson, right? And they said, who is this guy on the radio, right? And how does he know all this draft stuff without notes? Let's send him to Vegas. All right, so me and Trent McDuffie are ever like this, all right? But we all know what happened on Thanksgiving Day when JP had that man in hell. All right? So the fact that they moved on for Kobe Durant casted them away, all right? You had someone in Rashawn Gary where he was the anchor of the defense, all right? You bring in Micah Parsons, right? And Micah is phenomenal. I'm not going to be one that shies away from that. It just is what it is, all right? But people forget they were going to cut Rashawn Gary. They were going to just cut him and say goodbye. All right? The Dallas Cowboys say, you know what? We don't want to go back and forth in negotiations, so let's just give up a pick for him. But they were going to cut Rashawn Gary. So imagine the chip knowing, hey, bro, all that work I put in here in Green Bay and they were going to cut me. He has a chip. All right? Caleb Downs, as minimal as that chip might be, I'm sure Caleb Downs feels some type of way of the New York Giants select Arvell Reese. All right. That's my dog. I'm happy for him. The Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles. All right, that's my dog. I'm happy for him. But I was the one who made that Ohio State defense go. So all these teams are passing on me just because of the little letter by my name. I'm happy to be a Dallas Cowboy, but watch this. All right. So there's chips on these. These aren't guys who, Deron Bland, right? Everyone's doubting Deron. I'm sure Deron Bland goes online and sees 1,000 posts. Should we trade him? Is he the same with after the foot injury? Should we ever pay him? Right? Is he this? Right? We shouldn't have paid him. So Deron Bland's not. He has his own battle. DeMarvin Overshown, man, Barham should play Mike linebacker. We should bring in Barham. Man, we got to go bring in Bobby Wagner. Hey, man, we need to trade for Jordan Brooks, so we don't got no middle linebackers. We need to make a trade for, I'm sure Overshown has his own fight. Shavon Revel, man, okay, the knee, is he the same after the knee? Is that so a lot of these guys on our defense have things to prove. See what I'm saying? The only guy who's really, I would say, solidified on our defense, but he still has things to prove, is Quinnen Williams. Right? Think about Malik Hooker. Right, Paul? Think about Malik Hooker, though. You bring in Jalen Thompson, P.J. Locke. You just drafted Caleb Downs. Then you move Reddy Stewart back to safety, all right? And then you got, Elijah Clark. He's got the ankle injury. I think he's good, right? And then, you got Marquise Bell. So they're bringing a bunch of guys in saying, hey, man, we got you, but are we that confident in you? We do not know. So I think that mindset is going to have a ripple effect, y'all, with a lot of players that we have defensively, and you're seeing it already showcase, all right? Which I'm excited about, right? Dog eat dog mentality, right? Dog eat dog, right? And that's, as well, Shotty says it different. Iron sharpens iron, but I like dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds a little bit more tuckish, all right? But dog eat dog mentality, all right? Where nothing should be given. Exactly, Common. We've been needing that, right? It's been so long where it's just like, well, Deron Bland's going to pay because we paid him. Right? You know what I mean? He's just going to play. He's going to start because we paid him. So it just is what it is, right? I think that changes the perception, right? Like it happens. And it forces you to know that you got to put in work and earn it. Even though it's minimal to some people, I'm sure Caleb Downs can find a way to turn that him wearing number 13 into taking that shit personal. I'm sure Caleb Downs is taking number 13 personal, y'all. He's like, all right, whatever, bro, whatever. Hey, Kobe Durant, hey, nice to meet you, man. I'd like to get number 2. Like, that was my number. I wear it my entire career. And Kobe Durant's like, nah. All right, so then you start off in he had 18 at first. Ugh. Now he's in 13. He's taking all of his rookie photos and rookie cards with the 13 jersey. Your mama saying that's an ugly number. He's probably like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right? Because I would. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, all right, bro, like, okay, that's what we're doing, bro. You never wore 2 in your entire career, but all of a sudden you just got here, and you're probably not going to be here next year, but you get to this whole precedence over my number. Jerry normally overrides it, gave Micah 88, gave Zeke 21, right? Gave CeeDee Lamb 88, or gave 88 to CD, right? Micah 11, right? So it's like, all right. So you can override it, but they're going to make Caleb, so he's taking things personal, all right? And then someone mentioned Jerry has a chip on his shoulder. He does. Because I think things finally has happened with Jerry Jones. Even though he won't admit it, y'all, Matt Eberflus was his hire. All right? Jerry Jones let Dan Quinn walk. Dan Quinn then walks to the Commanders. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. We're the Commanders. All right? Goes to the Commanders and take a rookie quarterback and some of your old players and Dorrance Armstrong and Tyler Biadasz and who was the receiver? Noah Brown to the NFC Championship. Now, they got dog walk, but then they do that, all right? Then you let DeMarcus Lawrence walk to keep Micah Parsons. You end up losing both, and D-Law is then hoisting the Super Bowl trophy, saying, I can't believe it. All right? And now, Cowboys Nation, the coach that was 12-5, we let walk. He's out of football for 1 year, and he turns around and gets the job he's always dreamed of. So now you got pressure. Because if Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers go out there and they start sliding shit in the AFC, everyone's going to be looking like, hey, bro. Hey. So now I feel like Jerry's like, you know what? I gotta turn. Hey, Shotty, bro, what do you need? What do you need, bro? You need Christian Parker? Okay, cool. What, y'all need Osa gone? Okay, cool. What do y'all need? Y'all need me to move up and get Caleb Downs? Okay, cool. All right, if y'all need, what do y'all need to put these fires out? Because right now I'm getting cooked. Everybody who I move on from just blossoms when they leave here. So maybe it is me, right? If every girlfriend I had, I treated bad, and I look on Facebook and they just leveled up for the better, eventually I'm going to say, yo, Tuck, maybe you're the problem. And I think that Jerry has finally realized, okay, maybe I am doing too much. All right, maybe I am doing too much. All right. So I'm going to step out the way. I'm going to trust the coach that I hired and go from there. Talking the talk is fine, but you got to walk the walk. You may have saw the intro. Let me replay the intro. Let me play the intro. I'm going to play the intro for y'all.
Now, hey, and then hold it just a second. Now, I've been doing a lot of talking, but the things that you said, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. Hey, thanks to you guys, y'all did the walking, all right? Hey, and one thing, this week I'm not going to say a word. You know how I feel, but I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now. How about them Cowboys?
Gotta walk the walk, right? Always, y'all. Y'all know I'm in my bag now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cook all season. No more days off, right? No more days off, right? We're a 30-year pretender. In Ghostface, I would disagree with you, but I can't. You're right. Right? We masquerade around like we've been a dynasty, right? We sell it to the fan base, to the media, that we have just been on top of the world when we haven't, all right? And that is why I'm excited about this season like I haven't been in a long, long time, because with this schedule, Ghostface and the rest of Cowboys Nation, we can't fake it. You can't fake it. We won't be able to fake it. So in order, it's Ric Flair, to be the man, we're going to have to beat the man. And there's a lot of dogs on our path. We can't hide this year. We won't, right? You know, in years past, we can kind of just hide. Okay, we're going to get 2 wins versus the Giants, right? We'll sweep the Commanders, split with Philly. That's 5. Then we'll have a game versus the Jets. And then we'll have a game versus, I don't know, maybe the Chargers. And then we have a game versus the Vikings and then maybe the Patriots. And so we kind of just, and then we meet a juggernaut in San Francisco. It's like, yo, I don't want no problems, bro. Hold on. I don't want no problems. You know, we've all know those guys or girls too, right, who talk much bigger than their fight is. And I feel like that's what the Cowboys have been for a vast majority of a lot of our lifetime. We talk it really big until someone's like, yo, fight me, bro. And it's like, I don't want no problems. No. Nah, I ain't, no. San Fran, no, I'm cool, bro. I'm not talking to you, San Fran. I was talking to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? But this year, we won't be able to hide. Every game, well, you got to count the Cardinals for us, right? Every game, people are going to come to, can't say this word on TikTok, was unalive. That's TikTok appropriate, right? TikTok. Unalive the Dallas Cowboys. All right? And you are going to have to show up. It sounds all cute and cuddly, but I guarantee you Harbaugh is going to have this Giants team out the gate ready to play. I can guarantee you the Commanders, now they got Stephon Diggs, will be ready to come to Dallas and play, right? When we out there in Brazil, I wish I was, versus the Ravens, they are going to be ready to play. All right? Philly is going to be ready to play, right? Green Bay will be ready to play. San Fran will be ready to play. Seattle will be ready to play. Tampa will be ready to play. The Rams will be ready to play. And I'm even tossing some caveats. The Titans going to give us their best shot. The Jaguars will be ready to play. Right? So it's not a lot of hiding. We can't fake it this year, right? And sometimes those calluses makes you stronger, right? My wife always makes fun of mine because I got bodybuilding hands. Y'all see that? You know what I'm saying? Those are hands of a man who don't use no gloves in the gym, all right? But what are these calluses, all right? It's the barbell tearing up that softness that I have and just making my shit solid and rock hard, pause, right? So I think that's what's going to happen with the Dallas Cowboys this year is some of that softness that we have, this schedule is going to make us a lot tougher. So by the time we get to December and we have to go on the road versus Seattle and we have to go on the road versus the Rams, we should already build callus where we're tough enough and it doesn't break us. Unless we're just soft and we wear gloves. Right? Because by the time we get to December, by the time we get to playoffs, which should be the expectations, we should have a lot of blood in our mouth where we shouldn't be afraid of anything. We shouldn't be afraid of anything by then. We shouldn't. It shouldn't be like, oh, man, we had to go on the road and play Tampa, and Tampa caught us off guard. You already played Tampa. Oh, no, we have to go and play the 49ers. Well, we already played the 49ers. Oh, no, you got to play Green Bay. We already played Green Bay. Oh, we got to play the Super Bowl champs in Seattle. Oh, you already played them. Oh, we got to play. You already played them. Oh, we got to play. You already played them. So either you're going to rise to the occasion or you're going to get punched on throughout the course of the season. And I'm going to open this draft book by Halloween. But I don't think that's going to be the case this year, y'all. If healthy, I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be scrappy. And they're going to fight. And me as a Cowboys fan, that's all I ask, y'all, is to at least put up a fight. They at least put up a fight. I felt like last year's a lot of games where I looked at them like, oh, they not fighting. They're not fighting, all right? They're not fighting. If you would have got the win versus Green Bay, got the win versus the Cardinals, all right, and won versus the Vikings, give the Vikings game, we would have been in the playoffs. Which just sounds crazy. It just sounds crazy. Right? If the freaking clock guy at AT&T Stadium was let the clock run versus Green Bay, right? We beat the Vikings and we beat the Cardinals. The Cowboys were a playoff team last year. Damn, Vegas got us at 9.5. Damn. I thought they had us originally. Didn't they originally? Oh, hold on, TikTok. I can't hear this. I thought originally Vegas had us at 7.5. And I was like, man, I'm going to slam that. But they must have moved the line. Damn it. Y'all like, that's 7.5. Should be easy money. You see what I'm saying? I was like, but it's 9.5. All right. You know what I'm saying? 9.5 a little bit different from 7.5. But if you would have caught them slipping at 7.5, boom. Max of Dallas. All right. Let's get to some other camp stuff. All right, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. TikTok, if you want to see the full live show and comment and have all the fun and engagement that everyone else is having, come over to CFO Sports. Subscribe to the channel. We got a blast. Man, like I said, we got everything going on. You know what I'm saying? You guys can't hear that. You guys can't hear none of these buttons. You know what I'm saying? You can't hear none of the fun stuff. I just see y'all keep I got the tuck cam right now. So come over to CFO Sports. All right. Oh, you got your 8.5. All right. So you got 8.5. I guess is a perfect segue. This year, if you haven't seen it already, we will be partnering with CFO Sports and Underdog Fantasy, man. Salute to Underdog Fantasy. It's an incredible app. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know. I be sliding on it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have some fun with Underdog. Salute to Underdog Fantasy, man. Salute to my agency for getting the deal done. Everything is smooth. They understood I didn't want to jeopardize my content. I want to keep my creativity. They was like, all right, Tuck, you just do you. All right. So it's not going to be plastered everywhere. And you guys are going to, every video is going to be underdog this, underdog that, underdog. No, it's going to be strategic, right? But we're going to have a lot of gifts, giveaways. I think we're going to do a George Pickens autographed jersey giveaway and a helmet giveaway for signups, man. So we're going to do some fun stuff. So salute to Underdog Fantasy. We'll be doing that probably here in about a few weeks or so. But if you're able to get that on Underdog Fantasy, I would probably take it on Underdog Fantasy or wherever you can get it from. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you can get that from, 8.5. So yeah, shout out to you, Tuck. Been putting in work, my G. Man, I appreciate you guys, man. Salute to the whole community. Salute to all you guys to support, whether you're on TikTok, Facebook. So this is my first month on Facebook, right? So I've had a Facebook account for the longest. I really don't rock with Facebook. Decided, you know what? I'm gonna try it. All right, whatever. Figured out I was locked out. All right. So got my account reinstalled because my account got hacked years ago and I just gave up on it, man. Salute, man. Here from TikTok. Appreciate you, man. See, do like King Bake, man. Come over from TikTok and come over and enjoy the full show. King Bake will tell y'all there's stuff y'all cannot see that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of the party. All right. But was on Facebook for 1 month, and the first month being on Facebook, we did 1 million views in 30 days. So first month on Facebook, we did 1 million views, which is insane. All right, so salute to Facebook. I don't know if I'm coming back to MySpace, though. I don't know if I'm going to do MySpace, you know what I'm saying? But salute to Facebook. Facebook is a little messy, you know, but all social media apps now are getting messy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's really safe. This is why I built this the way I did, to keep it safe, right? I got mods all over the roof, so if you act a fool, it's a rockabye, baby, you know what I'm saying? But social media is just social media these days, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Salute B Dunk says, salute Tuck, greetings from Cowboys Nation and to the entire Cowboys Nation. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you as well there. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, boom. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and all that fun stuff as well. I want to make sure should get my alerts going, but I'm not sure if it's working or not. All right, cool. All right, bang. So Tyler Guyton, all right? Tyler Guyton. All right. Brian Schottenheimer spoke yesterday, and he talked about Black Planet. Oh, man. Cleveland, you're showing your age of Black Planet, man. I was on Black Planet. Black Planet was the original Twitter. It was, yeah, Black Planet was different back then. Even that was like when it first came out, Black Planet was different. You know what I'm saying? You had to get off of Black Planet before your mama walked in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know about having dial-ups and your modem would make this loud ass. So the whole house know you was on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's the Black Planet days. You try to get on the internet, it's gonna wake up the entire house that you about to get on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, bro, you about to wake the whole house. I'm trying to get on the internet, get on Black Planet. There's some girl from Mississippi. She said she trying to see me, bro. She said she trying. Y'all remember ASL, what that meant? OG's comment in the chat. ASL. Let's see if y'all remember. Let's see if y'all remember what that meant. Because you had to type it in your AOL chat, and you also had to type it in Black Planet. ASL. TikTok, y'all know what ASL mean? No. Y'all some kids. Y'all know what ASL mean? Dev, Sister Dev, right? ASL. Let's see who knows what ASL mean. That's the first thing you would do when you get a message on Black Planet or AO or Instant Messenger. See if y'all know. Let's see. Yeah, Swain no. Swain no. Swain knows already. You checked them 3 boxes, you was ready to go. 19 F Kansas, bro. You would feel like the man going back to school, bro. You would feel like the man going back to class the next day when them ASL verifications came. Bro, last night, dog? I met this girl from Kansas City. She was bad, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You felt like you won. As soon as that location was within range. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all telling on yourselves. Y'all telling yourselves, but see, people don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get verified. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that low. You know what I'm saying? Anything, right? You remember you get the little pop-up ads, it's like, oh, talk to hot girls in a 10-mile radius. 10 miles? Yeah, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know the internet. We didn't know the internet at first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I was so slick. I used to try to put see, this is why I love talking to y'all, because we get off on tangents. I promise for the people who's watching, like, yo, where's the cowboy camp stuff? We'll get to it tomorrow. We're just having fun, all right? But I used to put pillows over my modem to not wake my mom up, because my computer, Mama Tuck had it in the living room. So I would have to go into the living room by the kitchen to get on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I figured, like, hey, bro, you can smother these with pillows. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll be on there. You know what I'm saying? All right, Tyler Guyton. Funny how we go from Instant Messenger to Tyler Guyton, right? But this is how we flow here on CFS Sports. That's why y'all subscribe, man. All right, Tyler Guyton, Brian Schottenheimer. Seabass, bro. I haven't heard that term in a long time, but we need to bring that back. We need to bring that back. In 2026, we need to bring that phrase back, man. We need to bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I had a 19-year-old female that was 10 miles away from me wanting to talk, bro. I had to mute that modem real quick. I had to get in the living room, you know what I'm saying? Be sneaky. And then y'all remember back in the day, if your mama was to pick up the phone while you was online, boy, are you on the computer? Nah. Nah. Boy, you on the computer? No. No, I ain't on the computer. I ain't on the internet. No, no. I don't think so. Oh, wait. Okay, let me close it. You couldn't be on the phone and the internet at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So kids don't have to go through that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't have to go through that. Kids do not have to go through being on the phone, trying to talk to your girl, and then your mama pick up and be like, hey, get off the phone. I need the phone. You know how crazy that is? Like, you still, oh, yeah, you know, I love you too. Yeah, you can wear my jacket at the game. I mean, yeah, Friday night, yeah, we can go to the movie. Hey, boy, get off the phone. Get off the phone. Are you still on the phone? Hey, I'll call you back. That kids don't have to go, y'all TikTok kids don't have to go through that, right? Y'all remember having to call up a girl and her dad pick up? That's why my generation is not afraid of cold calling for work, because that was our original cold call. Hello? Yeah, who this? This is Jordan. Why are you calling my house? Oh, I wanted to see, was Leslie available? Yeah, she is, but why are you calling my house? I go to school with her, sir, and we have a homework assignment. And I just want to see, you know, does she talk about her homework, or she told me to give her this call? Leslie! some boy from school named Jordan on your phone. Hey, don't be long. Nope, stay in here. Stay in the. We had to go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Heart pounding. You know what I'm saying? Heart pounding. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, bro. Like, now kids go in their room, have their cell phone, be under their bed, texting, bro. Like, we had to go through layers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Nah. Oh yeah, be lying, bro. Oh yeah, we got a group project, and she told me to give her a call so we could go over our notes, and yeah, I apologize, sir. Yeah, I will call her. Y'all kids ain't got TikTok, ain't gotta do that, man. Y'all get a girl, y'all get their Instagram, y'all just directly get your cell phone, go up into your room and say, Mom, don't come in my room. I'm in my room, and lock the door and be in there chit-chatting all damn night. You know what I'm saying? Hey, memory lane, bro. Hey, but it molded us different. That's why my generation is different. You know what I'm saying? My generation is different. I know I ain't the only one that's been set up on three-way. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been set up on three-way before. You know what I'm saying? Thought you was talking, but then all of a sudden, she connected the other girl on three-way, and she was sitting on mute for a little bit, and then now they caught you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. I've been caught on three-way a few times. All right? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Oh, yeah, I got Jessica on the line, too. She been on three-way this whole time. Well, looks like we got some decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? Look like we got some decisions to make right now. Sorry, Jessica. You know what I'm saying? So you heard the whole conversation. So what we doing? What we doing tomorrow at school before I get there? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. You know, I might have a note in my locker that says we no longer go together, or what? All right. Tyler Guyton. For all the Dallas Cowboys fans, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give the young bucks what it was like back in the day. All right, Tyler Guyton. Brian Schottenheimer says Tyler Guyton is turning the corner. He's doing a lot of things. He's showing and improving. He said that Nate Thomas has a lot of work to do. All right, so Tyler Guyton is going to get more reps. Now, what it sounded like to some, all right, that Tyler Guyton has won the left tackle job, which I don't mind if that's the case. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. That was more college years, all right? Tyler Guyton has won the job, right? I don't mind Tyler Guyton winning the job. My question is, y'all, how do you win the job after only 2 padded practices? Like, how do you win the job after only 2 padded practices? Because Tyler Guyton, for the last 3 years he's been here, has had good initial practices. So, I think that's where I'm at, Keys. Was it even a competition to begin with? Because if you tell me the competition was between Tyler Guyton and Nate Thomas, I already been like, bro, that's no competition at all. That's like me saying oh yeah, no one has their job and we're all going to compete, and you know, and Dak Prescott and it's going to be competing with Sam Howell and Joe Milton. Bro, that's not a competition. So if you said that Nate Thomas was the only other option to press him out of his job, what was all the huffing and puffing about in the first press conference? I still want to see how it unfolds. Now, some people are saying that the Tyler Smith thing was never going to happen, all right? But Shotty said, not Tuck said, that's what I was trying to explain online, right? It wasn't me saying it. Shotty said that they are going to rotate. You're going to see Tyler Guyton play right tackle after 4 practices. You're going to see Tyler Smith move over to left tackle. You're probably going to see Tyler Booker get reps at center because he is looking for the best 5 options. So I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes on it. But yeah, bro, if it was between Tyler Guyton and Nate Thomas at left tackle, there was never a competition. That's like saying George Pickens and, MVS is in a competition. No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? No, they're not. Oh, yeah, Pickens don't think really coming to earn it because, MVS, he's doing a lot of good things. No. It's no competition. So let me ask you guys this, all right? Do you think Tyler Guyton, in your mind, has done enough to earn the job, or are we just giving it to him because it's all we got? Yeah, Mingo or Flo, right? No. George Pickens hasn't solidified anything, man. Mingo's turning the corner right now, and he's really doing a lot of, all right? Cowboys for life. What's up? What's up, my guy, Tuck? How about them Cowboys? Dak looking MVP. Here's the thing, bro. I like Dak in those green shoes. I wish he could wear those. I really like him in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting the all we got, right? Let's see here. What's up, Ace? All we got. All right? So I think that's the case where who's the other guy we were supposed to be looking at? Like, who's the other options? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling for Tyler Guyton, y'all, because if Tyler Guyton can turn the corner, y'all, it's going to help our team drastically, because I feel like if he doesn't, then we have to get creative. All right? And I personally think the only other, in case of emergency, option is Tyler Smith going to left tackle. Says, Tuck, you were feeling on the NFC East channel, man. Salute to the NFC East Roundtable, man. We having fun over there, man. We had one of the biggest shows on the network already. I think we had over 700 viewers in the live, man. And yeah, it feels good. I didn't get to talk my talk last year. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit back and go on a show with a straight face and try to say the Cowboys were going to do something with Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. It sucked last year. So right now, where I at least got something to talk about, I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm getting all my segments in. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting all my segments in. I gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it does feel like that, because I don't know what was the alternative. Right? Because earlier you were saying Tyler Guyton has to walk through the door and all this, and he's in a competition and it's open, you're going to rotate, to all of a sudden 2 days of practice and it's like, oh, he's turned the corner and Yeah, and I like Drew Shelton. I just think that Drew Shelton's going to be a work in progress. Right? I do think it's going to be a work in progress. I don't think he's going to be stupid fly in the house. I think it's going to be a work in progress where he wasn't going to be developed this year. But I do like what he has, but it's going to be a lot of coaching and development from Drew Shelton. Princeton Fenton is down, which sucks, but Trigg got a chance. I do think that does open the door for Trigg. I think Trigg was going to make the roster regardless, because he was our highest paid UDFA. All right. So typically our highest paid UDFA, I believe Elijah Clark was ours last year. I think that was right. And I know Marquise Bell was one. So typically the guys that we have to offer a bag, y'all know we don't like spending money, we're going to keep. But I also think that the Princeton Fant thing, and people don't want to hear it, did save Luke Schoonmaker. I think it saved him. If we keep 4 tight ends, Schoon might just slide right on in there. So let's just sit back and wait and see how it all unfolds, man. TikTok, appreciate y'all, man. Come on over to the YouTube channel, CFO Sports. I'm going to cut the stream off because people are calling my phone. I need to answer these phone calls or these texts, all right? So come over to, see y'all don't see all this, TikTok. Y'all don't have to see all that fun stuff, all right? So come over to my YouTube channel and CFO Sports and join in on the conversation, and also hit that follow button as well. Peace. People are texting me. All right. Got to make sure ain't no breaking news going on. I really need to get 2 phones. If Shelton plays meaningful snaps, yeah. Unless he just goes crazy, you know what I'm saying? But we'll watch Shelton in preseason. I had the Drew Shelton film cut up. I thought I posted it. YouTube corrupted the file, and I deleted all my draft files off my computer, and I wasn't going to cut his film again because it takes too long to cut college films. I was like, you know what? We'll wait till preseason. But, you know, I like his intangibles, right? I like his footwork. I like his athleticism. He just doesn't have that dog in him, as they say, right? I don't see that raw power from Drew Shelton. He has, you know, athletic ability, but he doesn't move people. He's not a mover, all right? He's not physical, all right? And I think the offensive line wants to be physical. I know Terrence Steele in the run game, he gives you physicality. And I know Tyler Guyton, he can give you physicality if he can put it all together. So I think that's where the nod is. But here's the question. What's the second layer behind it? You know what I'm saying? What's the second layer behind it? So let's sit back and wait and see. But speaking of physicality, oh yeah, Tommy Dunn, man. So to my guy, Tommy Dunn. And here's the thing, right? With those guys, like the Tommy Dunns, the Drew Sheltons, right? The LT Overtons, right? You guys probably haven't heard much about LT Overton. Israel Benaconda broke for a big run. You know, I got Israel Benaconda's trainer and his agency. I'm saying I'm online, right? So I'm keeping tabs. So we talking about Izzy, you know what I'm saying? So salute to his team, right? And I know he's working hard behind the scenes. But like those guys, LT Overton, who else? Isaiah Land, right? James Houston. Like, you really haven't heard those guys' names a lot, right? So I think for me personally, that is where we're going to need the preseason film, which of course you guys know we'll have, all right? Because I know media, and no knock to the media, they have jobs to do, right? And you got to think, if you write for a newspaper, Tommy Dunn Jr. has big day at camp, that's not going to create any excitement. Everybody's going to be like, who the hell is that? Right? So for us, we'll look at those guys, right? Maris Leofow, we'll like those guys, right? We'll look at, as you know what I'm saying, have you guys heard LT Overton's name mentioned one time? You haven't. Because once again, like I was saying yesterday, if you're a reporter and you're looking to get clips for Twitter or get storylines, LT Overton is the last of your freaking concerns. Isaiah Land is the last of your concerns, right? I know he's out right now with the injury, but Zion Childress is the last of your concerns, all right? We like that stuff, right? Think about this. Have you guys heard Dominic Richardson, the running back we got out of Tulsa? You haven't seen one clip of Dominic Richardson. So those guys, that's where we get to step in as the sickos, and we'll be talking about those guys, right? The Anthony Smiths, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? We're the sickos that like stuff like that, right? I'm gonna watch. Well, I won't be able to Saturday's game because it's gonna be my wife's birthday. It won't be out. But when I get back home from her birthday, I'll turn on the film, and that's when I'm gonna watch Tommy Dunn. I'm gonna watch Drew Shelton. I'm gonna watch LT Overton. I'm gonna watch like some of those guys, right? Of course, Jason Barham's gonna be one that we'll watch. I'm gonna watch Devin Moore. I'm gonna crunch his film. I'm gonna watch Michael Trigg, of course, right? So yeah, there's a lot of guys that doesn't really get talked about. Well, you know, yeah. And see, Brian, that's why it's important to Broadus, right? Broadus is a scout naturally, so he knows how to look for that stuff. Right. Israel Benaconda, exactly. Right. he's a scout at heart. Like, and he'll probably say this. Brian Bryce is not a reporter. I know he's doing the YouTube thing. I know he's doing the content thing with Vach and everything, but he's a scout at heart. So naturally, he has a process of how he's viewing things, and that's why he's paying attention to people no one's talking about. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I am too. Like, I like looking at, like, I don't need to watch George Pickens film. See what I'm saying? I don't need to focus on CeeDee Lamb. I really don't need to focus on Dak. I really don't need to focus on Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker. Like, I don't need to focus on those. They're good. Like, so when I'm watching stuff, and this is why I started doing the breakdowns that you guys were asking, I'm looking at little nuggets. The only bad part for me is that I'm limited by the angles of the clips. So I really can't get into trench play because I can't see like who that really is unless it's from that end zone type of angle, right? Yo, what up, Tuck? Just got off, about to run it back. Salute, bro. Salute to you guys, man. What up? Lord Nova was in the building, man. Appreciate you all as always, man. If you guys haven't already, hit that follow button for me. We appreciate you. That like, subscribe. Like I said, we've been going crazy. We just crossed over 24,000 subscribers on the channel. Salute to y'all. And shit, I think we're almost at 25. All right, so been going crazy on the channel, so I deeply appreciate all of that, man. I appreciate all the support you guys have provided me. Yeah, like Blue, like a lot of the media is focused on Blue, Phil Maffa, Ryan Flo. You know, that's probably as shallow as they're gonna go. They're not gonna do in depth, all right, because it's doesn't really translate to anything. What's good, my dog? What's good? All right. Next thing I want to talk about, all right? I know a lot of us had question marks at corner, but if Shavon Revel reemerges, it helps this defense out a lot. It really does. If Shavon Revel booms, it helps this defense out a lot because now you don't have to rely so heavily on Bland if his foot's not fully healed, right? Or maybe Kobe Durant, but I think Kobe Durant's going to be a dog this year for us, honestly. So I think if Shavon Revel can turn it around and really have a major impact, y'all, this defense going to like, all right, so it's going to be a good defense, but it could go to a whole nother level with Revel. It does. So let me ask you guys this. Y'all comment below. What do you think Shavon Revel's impact will be in year 2? All right. Elite would be all pro. Okay. So that's a 10. A 5 would be, I would say what we got maybe last year from Deron Bland. And a 1 would be just completely, who cares? All right. So if you had to kind of go up on that scale, what do you think Shavon Revel's impact would be? Do you think that he has a chance to be Pro Bowl caliber? Just all right? Or Tuck? No. It says Revel goes off this year. Jersey sales flying off the shelf. I don't know if they even have it available. So I got 6. Solid starter. It's 5. So let's put it like this. Let's say a 5 is, I'm trying to think which corner played cool last year. 5 is like, I don't want to say Kyrie Elam because we dropped him, like Josh Butler. Let's say a 5 is like Josh Butler before the injury performance. I think if I had to grade him, I would probably put him like a 7. Not Pro Bowler, but I think really good rotational starter that is turning the right direction. We'll talk about that here in a second, James, because I'm going to talk about that here in a second as well. But I think he'd be a good rotational starter that we can rely on. All right, so I think that's where he should fall as far as his impact is concerned. But of course, right, it's only day 2 of pads. But the thing that I've been watching is just his movement, his confidence, how he's trusting the knee, and it feels like he's trusting it, you know. But the thing that I like about Shavon Revel, and this is something that Brian Schottenheimer had said in the interview, he wants corners that can tackle, and ECU Revel likes to tackle. That's again a good question, right? So that's another one, King Bake. Have we heard about Josh Butler? Have you guys heard anything about Darion Kendrick at camp? You know? So there's guys out there that we just haven't heard anything about. You know? So that's why I'm ready to get to the actual preseason games. That way it's like, okay. I always tell people, like, the media members and the people at camp just need to get me to preseason, because then once I got the film, all right, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your 2 weeks of coverage. I got it from here. But once I can turn on that all 22, we're going to have tons of players to talk about. And y'all know we're going to dive into film sessions for all of them, right? It's just getting to that point here next week. Yeah, and you know, I know people who train with Josh Butler. They said he's moving good, but I haven't seen anything of him at camp. You know, so it's kind of like Ken Dorsey, right? You guys know me personally. I mentioned Ken Dorsey a lot, but nobody talks about Ken Dorsey like he's not even on the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, for the Dallas Cowboys to be such a passing team, does anybody not want to interview the passing game coordinator at all? Ask any questions? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Dre already knows. Dre already knows what we're about to do. Once I can get me to the film, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get to Saturday, and then once I have the film, it's like, all right, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for it. Thanks for all the covers. Thanks for all the clips. All right, but I got it from here. All right, I don't need any more camp clips once I got the actual preseason live action film. So what someone say? Side note: CFB is 27 is trash, bro. So my PlayStation is right here, literally right here. I have not turned this thing on to play CFB 27 since the first week. Like when it went out like public with everybody getting a hold of it, I haven't touched it. So I probably have like 8 updates. I haven't turned this thing on because I've been so locked in on content, 1. And 2, it's just like, I know once you start off from behind, all the cheesiness has started, all the glitch plays. I see people running the Hulk package and heavy personnels, and people were grinning every catch. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live. You know, because I'm not really a dynasty guy. My mode is Road to the CFP. Because remember, this is how last time I played Road to the College Football 27 is back when they still had the glitch where you can use any playbook in Road to CFP. And then once they patched it, I haven't turned that back on. Ken Dorsey got that secret stuff for Dak. And, bro, they act like he's not even on the staff. They act like Ken Dorsey is not even on the staff at all. Right? Because it's not a name. It's not a headline. But I'm like, so stuff like that is what we like to know. And I think that's what creates or makes the content space so special, is because we're nosy. We want to know every little detail. Salute to my dog Boss, salute to Vod, salute to, Sky, salute to Loss, everybody. Okoye, list goes on and on. I don't want to not mention anybody because I don't want no beef, all right? But we look at every little detail. Every one of them. We want to know everything. So I think that's where things really differ, is because that's what kind of helps us out. You know what I'm saying? That's what helps us out. Let's see here. Ken Dorsey versus Miami. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Let's see here. Tuck, you see any UDFAs potentially making the team? I see, as of now, if I had to guesstimate, I would say Michael Trigg will be one. And I really think Tommy Dunn is going to be another one. I think Tommy Dunn is going to be another one. Receivers are deep. I think those would probably be my two. But I can guarantee you Trigg. I can guarantee you guys Trigg. I would be, well, here's the thing. I will come unglued if we cut Michael Trigg and Luke Schoonmaker is on this roster. If we cut Michael Trigg, y'all, and keep Luke Schoonmaker, no! If I am sitting out there drunk off a giant Ritas, I'm not sure they got that out there in New York, right? And I am waving my Cowboys towel in a sea of Giants fans, and we come out in 12 personnel, and Luke Schoonmaker is our tight end too. No! If I see the Dallas Cowboys try to give Michael Trigg a turf toe injury so they can make room to keep Luke Schoonmaker on this roster, no! I'm coming unglued. I'm coming unglued. Because they can do that, right? They can say, hey, Michael Trigg has some turf toe. Yeah, bro. I need to hit you. I forgot to hit you. I will be in New York. Let's see here. I'm saying, where my post at? Where my post at? Hold on. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Let's see. What the y'all been seeing the you know what I'm saying? This is what I did, you know what I'm saying, when I got my Giants tickets, you know what I'm saying? I'm like David Banner. It's tuck season, y'all. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside with it, man. I'm gonna be in Giants land. You know what I'm saying? We outside, bro. I'm pulling up. Walking your trap, take over your trap. You know what I'm saying? Walking your trap, take over your trap. That's what we doing. That's what we doing this year, bro. We're gonna do a whole series on that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons said, hey, he expects to be back. You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons says, he expects to be back week 6 for the Dallas Cowboys game. I said, bet. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. I said, walk in your trap, take over your trap, bro. We outside. And don't worry, Eagles fans. Y'all gonna get y'all receipt real soon. Y'all get y'all's receipt real soon. You're like, oh, yeah, Tuck going to Green Bay. Tuck going to New York. But he ain't gonna go to Philly. Y'all gonna get y'all receipt real soon. Y'all gonna get y'all receipt real soon. How you feel about the Diggs to Washington signing? I mean, it's cool. You know, Stefon's a cool dude. He got some off the season, off the field stuff, right? I think they're probably gonna try to double up and maybe get Trey too there. But it's not like, oh my God, the Commanders got Stefon Diggs. Whatever shall we do? It's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. The Commanders getting Stefon Diggs is like Osa saying he got vengeance. Woo. I like Osa, man. Salute to Osa. You know what I'm saying? He did the shout out for the channel when he was a rookie. Really nice guy. Love Osa. But, now, I probably should say that with a grain of salt because when Rico called his shot, Rico meant that shit and he ran all over us. But this ain't last year's team. But salute to Osa. All right. But Stefon Diggs, I can make an argument that Ryan Flo at this juncture of his career is better than Stefon Diggs. I could really make that argument that Ryan Flo, our wide receiver 3, is better than Stefon Diggs at this juncture of his career. So, I mean, and that lets you know, Cowboys Nation, the price for Pickens is, Jerry, we done good. But I don't want to be like these Commanders fans. I don't want to be like these Commanders fans. You see what I'm saying? Where next year it's like, oh, we got Keenan Allen or we got Stefon Diggs. Let's look it up. Let's see. Let's let my internet spin for a little bit. I gotta clean my hard drive, y'all. I got too much film and stuff on my hard drive. My shit's on E right now. Let's see here. Let's see. So he had 1,000. So he had 1,000 yards last year, 4 touchdowns. Texans, he had 496, so 1,000, 85 receptions. Well, let's see here. What did Ryan Flo have? Let's see here. I know he had more than... Yeah, he had the same amount of touchdowns as Ryan Flo had last year. So he had over 89 receptions, right? Ryan Flo had 40 receptions as wide receiver 3 and had 475 and had the same amount of touchdowns. Yeah, they thought they were getting Brandon Ayuk until he went full Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want to touch it no more. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Brandon Ayuk, bro. You know, it's kind of disturbing. And here's what I'll say, guys, before I dip up out of here, because I think my wife's texting me, because me and my wife has been going on walks in the evening, man. I definitely recommend you guys doing that. It's really therapeutic, just getting outside in nature. And so my wife's on her hippie stuff right now, so we've been getting outside, doing walks, getting some sunlight. So I'm going to do that here in a second, but it's hard when you cover the draft like a lot of us do, right? And you see these kids work so hard to get their opportunity to change, you know, their lives, their family's life, and they're crying on draft day and saying, thank you, God, and I can't believe it. And they get this golden opportunity, y'all, and they just piss it away. It's kind of sad, right? And I know sometimes, you know, because, you know, it's at the 49ers, we want to laugh, but it's like, there is something clearly wrong with Brandon Ayuk, and it's just like, what is on? Like, what's going on? And I hate seeing athletes throw their careers away. Like, you know, even like boxing, right? You kind of see Adrian Broner right now. He's starting to come back with the streaming stuff. But my dog DMV will tell you, the last time me and DMV were out in Vegas together, we saw AB and he looked borderline homeless. And me being the fan of AB, I wanted to help him, but he was so drunk and out of it. Everyone was like, yo, Tuck, because if he snaps on you, that's still AB. You see what I'm saying? And it was like, it was sad. You know, so it's like, for Ayuk, yeah, it's just like, I don't know what it is, but it's not an act. It's not like, oh, he's okay, he's just doing this, he's just, there's something now triggering that's mentally wrong with them. And this is what I think so. And it might be a situation where something may have gotten to him, whether it was intentional or not. And you see the change in people. You know, we've all seen it, man. You know, Angel does Holmes. What's up, Tuck? What do you think about Bleacher Report top DT list? Q ranked number 1. I was saying that earlier, right? He's top 2, top 3. You know, if you want to put Dexter Lawrence or maybe you're a Chris Jones person, whatever, but Q is definitely in the mix. And I think the problem is, right? See, honestly, I had to do this myself. It hit me this morning. Because I was like, yo, I'm going to the Giants game. I'm about to pull to the Giants. Like, what jersey are you going to wear? And I was like, well, maybe if they get the Caleb Downs 2 jersey, I can wear that for the home opener. I thought about getting a throwback TO jersey, but I might save that for Philly, the Mitchell and Ness joint. I was thinking about going Brandon Aubrey. I even thought about Tyler Smith. And then it hit me, Tuck, you have freaking Quinnen Williams. Who you've been wanting forever. You have freaking Quinnen Williams on the Dallas Cowboys. And I said, oh yeah, you're right. Quinnen Williams is the anchor of my defense. And that is the jersey I'm going to wear week 1 out there in New York. So I think that we, Cowboys Nation, just haven't yet appreciated Quinnen Williams because we never really had it. So we don't really know what to do with it. You know, like they say in The Dark Knight, right? It's like dog chasing the mailman. It's like, if I don't know if I ever caught it, right? It's just like we've been chasing defensive tackle for so long, we don't even know what to do with it since we finally caught it. We have one of the most dominant defensive tackles in the NFL, and we kind of look at it like, okay, we need an edge rusher. We need linebackers. We need corners. We need. People do not understand. Quinnen Williams is a 12-sack defensive tackle. He is a defensive tackle that can get 12 sacks his damn self. Yeah, he's done it. And he's done it in the New York Jets defensive line. All right? So, they said, where Micah? I might do it for Green Bay. People got pissed when I did that last year, and it was just a jersey that I had for the tailgate. All right? But people don't understand. We have a dog at defensive tackle. We just don't know what to do with it, or how to appreciate it, or how to cherish it, or how to even watch it. You know, salute to TikTok. No slide over there. Appreciate all the TikTok people. I was doing a live show on TikTok, and I was having viewers jump on the show, and a gentleman, super nice guy, jumped in. He says that he feels like Quinnen Williams is overrated because he's not like Charles Haley, and he's not a sack guy like D. Ware. And I was trying to explain those are two different positions, completely like two different positions, right? But also, you don't see the impact of Quinnen Williams, but Quinnen Williams is also a sack guy. He got here halfway through the season, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think Cowboys fans really know how to appreciate and understand a defense where your defensive tackle is the anchor of your defense. Right? We just don't, it's exactly. This is why we got to get him over to ESPN, right? They get it. Here in Kansas City, they understand it with Chris Jones, right? Remember when Chris Jones held out week 1 versus Detroit, and he was up in the suite with his agent eating popcorn and stuff, and the Chiefs got cooked all over after they won a Super Bowl by the Lions? They signed Chris Jones the next day. They signed him the very next day. They said, all right, bro, you win. You know what I'm saying? So we just personally, it's going to take us some time to understand the value of defensive tackles, right? I think that's the problem, all right? I think that's the problem, man. My dog Angry says, congratulations on your recent endeavors, bro. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, I couldn't do this without you guys, man. And I want people to know this, all right? I'll say it here because it's my channel, right? I don't post my numbers or my accomplishments and the things that I do for me, because I know what I've done, right? I posted for Angry. I posted for Lou. I posted for Henny, Landlord, Star, Lando. Like the list goes on and on, right? The people who are coming, it's going to say a whole lot crazy. The people, content creators are who's the next wave behind me, to show them it can be done. And it also can be done by doing things the right way. You guys have seen, I've taken no shortcuts, right? There's been some frustrations, there's been some fights, there's been some backstabbing, there's been a lot of wear and tear on me in my content career, right? But I kept the main focus, which was the thing that I love. That's why I changed my intro. Right? Because that intro is now reminding me why I do this, right? It's because I love the Dallas Cowboys, but I love talking to Dallas Cowboys fans, right? So I'm doing that to show everybody it can be done. Now, is it easy? No. Is it going to be stressful? Yes. Is it going to be a lot of sacrifices? Yes. Are there going to be people that you thought you were cool with and find out they was never cool with you in the first place? Yeah. Are people going to say a lot of things about you is not true? Yes. Are people might bring in your family hoping that you crash out and lose it all? Yes. But keep the focus on the main thing, which is delivering Dallas Cowboys content, covering a team I love with the people I enjoy. And then everything just starts to naturally fall in place. All right. So it's not about me. I don't post, oh, Tuck did 1 million views on Facebook, right? Because I'm showing Angry, you can do 1 million views on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's not mission impossible, right? I'm showing, Henny that you can get signed by Underdog or, because we had offers from FanDuel, DraftKings, Underdog, Prize Picks, Kalshi, Onyx, some other people, right? It's possible, to show people it can be done, right? It's not easy, I show you guys this all the time because, you can't see it right now, but these credentials, right? Some of you have seen me start this channel with 4 subscribers, 5 subscribers, all right? So that's why I do these things, to show you guys, and also not just you guys, my kids, because, you know, my sons are older. You know, a lot of people see me doing the movie content. You know, my oldest son, Cameron, he goes to KU and he's doing film and stuff, right? And he wants to do content creation for like movies, like a film critic, right? But he's like, Dad, I don't know how. I'm not good in front of a camera. You know, I don't know what to say, this, that, this. I said, you know what, son? I'll start it off then. I'll set it off. I'll start doing movie content and then hand it off to you. You know, so that's why you guys see me doing, if you follow me on Instagram, right, doing the movie reviews and all sorts of stuff. I'm not doing that for me. I'm doing that to show my son, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do this for, man. So that's what it's all about. You know, it's just, yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's because you bleed that silver and blue with this, bro. Exactly, Jacob. And I think that's the hardest part, is that some people look at me as a reporter, right? Because I do give y'all aspects. I do break down film. I do those things draft-wise. But the reason why I can do it is because I bleed silver and blue. I have gotten numerous opportunities to cover other teams. My Instagram is jtuck151. So jtuck151 and everything. I got numerous offers to cover other teams, right? Here in Kansas City, you know, I just can't do it the same way because I don't bleed it. See what I'm saying? It's easy for me to be specialized in the Dallas Cowboys because I know what it takes to cover a team the right way at the highest level, and you gotta have passion. For me to go through, this is 370 pages of this book. And by the time we get through draft season, I'll have this whole thing highlighted, right? But I would not do this for the Cincinnati Bengals. I cannot do this for the Tennessee Titans. I cannot do this for the Kansas City Chiefs or the Raiders, right? I'm doing this because if things go wrong this year, I'm going to find a solution to how to fix it. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is, right? My superpower and what keeps me and so many content creators like angry in the separation is the love for the team. You know what I'm saying? My wife will tell you guys, when I did the Kellen Moore video, I woke up like at 2 a.m. She thought something was wrong with me. But I was just so pissed off at Kellen Moore's offense, I had to come down here and figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what separates me, right? And it's like, you know, like I said, I gotten offers to do it, but it's just like, I can't. Make it a father-son endeavor. I'm trying to get him to do it. Right, but my son Cameron, he don't like photo. He's very off the grid. But I'm like, you're talented, because the way he sees the Odyssey, he watched the Odyssey movie, is like me breaking down film, because that's what he's going to school to do. Right, he's working an internship with a film company in LA. So when he's watching the Odyssey, he's seeing everything. He's actually seen it 3 times now, like that. Right, so he is seeing it in a different approach. I'm just watching it from a movie aspect, right? But it's like, yeah, he's scared to go out there. I'm like, listen, right? I'm gonna put myself out there, right? If I was afraid to put myself out there, I would never have all these opportunities and things I've created by just knowing, you know what? I'm gonna put myself out there. There was a time, you got over 200 people watching right now. I appreciate you all, right? The only 3 people who's watching my channel is my 3 kids upstairs, just to see if we were live. And the comments were like, hey, Dad, you're live. Hey, Dad, Mom says we have to go. Dad, that was my comments, all right? But I had to have the courage to fight through and continuously push. And now, right, everything I created, right? So it's not just a content thing, y'all. It's a life lesson. Don't focus on big picture. If I said in 2020, one day I'm going to be covering the Super Bowl and the NFL draft, it would sound like a massive ain't no way. If you would have told me, bro, you're going to have Dez Bryant, tons of Cowboys players in your phone, I would have said, ain't no way. All right. But what I focused on is just every day getting better. Every day. And not just with content, but with life. My dog Rome will tell you guys, right? People see the growth of my channel right now and the success that we're currently having, but they don't understand this off season, and you guys have probably seen it, every show, every video, I was just trying something new to see what works. I call it working on my left, right? So you guys see right now, we're not on StreamYard with my show no more, you know, because I want to get back to OBS because I can really cook in OBS, right? I can do, you know, all sorts of stuff with the film sessions and all sorts of stuff, right? So I got this ticker down here and all sorts of stuff we're going to do this year, right? I even have a little thing. I think if you guys follow, it should pop up, but it's not working right now. But it's like, you know, I got different things, right? How to be able to pop up the chat on my own. And, you know, so I've just been working on little things, right? You guys have probably seen my thumbnails, how they're more glowable, right? I was like, all right, let me try something that fits for me that only I can create from a standpoint of my thumbnail. So when you guys see it, you know, that's a Tuck thumbnail because no one else can recreate it. All right. So it's just like, those are the little things that I work on that leads to big success. All right. So whether it's in your personal life or whatever, focus on winning the day. All right. For the Cowboys' sake, focus on winning the day. Then those little habits, those little things ultimately could add up to a Super Bowl, right? But even if it doesn't, you're going to be a whole lot further than where you was. That's why I've been needed in OBS. So OBS, I love OBS, right? Because StreamYard is too basic and everyone uses StreamYard. I started off on OBS, right? This is when I really did all my videos on OBS. But then I went to StreamYard. Why? Because I got lazy. But I was like, it doesn't, I'm a person, you guys know I make music, right? You know what I'm saying? Actually, did I play that beat for y'all? Y'all might not have caught it. Let me see if I can play it for y'all again. Let me see if y'all up out of here. But I always wanted my stuff to be different. I don't want to be, oh, Tuck's show looks like Rome's show, and Rome's show look like, I want to be like, why is he glowing like that? Because I know if I start seeing thumbnails and people are glowing up blue, I'll be like, all right, that's me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want things to look the same. Let me see here. I'm gonna play this song before we dip up out of here for you guys. Not a song, a beat. I gotta find it. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Let's see here. When can you guys hear it? Find it. Where did I put it? Got so many files. Well, it's on the intro. You guys are here on the intro. But I got, you know, I tell you guys, I'm a creator, right? I just like creating things. So you guys can see it back there, right? So a lot of people think, hey, Tuck is making AI music. Y'all see the microphone is right there. You see the headphones hanging right there. You know what I'm saying? So you see my speaker monitors right there. You guys see the guitar right there. You know what I'm saying? It's all right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do use AI to master and morph my voice, right? So a lot of people don't understand it. So like the Cover 3 song, right? A lot of people are like, oh, it's AI. Yes, I did use AI on the song, but I recorded that song on that microphone and produced the beat on FL Studio. Then I took auto-tune and have auto-tune morphing. So think of it as like 2K, right? For those who play 2K like my player, you can have like a Michael Jordan bass with the Steph Curry release. That's what you can do now on auto-tune. So I can take my voice and merge it with another voice and give that. You honestly are. You honestly are. Dre, I didn't know, right? Because the original thought process for my album was I was going to take some of my old songs and just remaster it using AI, and I was just going to be done with it, right? But then once I started studying it and learning it, like you guys know, once I get locked in on something, oh shit. So like I have a full music studio right now. I have auto-tune, I have all the plugins that you need, right? Because now you got money, I can just buy stuff, right? All the plugins, I got keyboards, MIDI keyboards, all that stuff right now. But then while okay, you can learn AI. So like there's literally songs that I wrote that I'll drop on my album where it's all me. It's FL Studio right now, Angry. But yeah, so it's all me. But if I wanted a girl to sing this part, instead of me searching, trying to find a local girl in Kansas City that can sing the part, I can sing the part and then prompt it to turn it to a girl's voice and then morph my voice with the girl. It's me singing it. So it's like, yeah, it's those types of things. So let me see. Where is this song at? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's see if I play it. Can you guys hear it through this? So I'm gonna play this for you guys when I get out because you probably didn't hear it on the what's his name? The intro. Let's see. I'll get it. I didn't re-download it. Boom. And it says Angry to say something. Fruity Loops. You know, it's FL Studio now. It's FL Studio now. Let me see. My internet is bugging, y'all. It might not even let me do it. I have it on my phone, of course. I'll play a little snippet on your phone. All right. So, what I did, hold on. All right. Check my video. So, boom. All right. So, I'm sure you guys all know the Dallas Cowboys song they always play, right? On the streams. You know, like all that shit, right? So I was talking to Rome. I was waiting on the Dallas Cowboys Brian Schottenheimer press conference to happen, all right? And I was like, all right, bro. Sitting there, that music was playing, all right? And so we kept playing. I was talking to Rome. I had Rome and my other AirPod, just the press conference and the other. And I was like, you know what, Rome? Let me call you back. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, let me call you back real quick, bro. He's like, all right, bet. So I hung up with Rome. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that annoying Dallas Cowboys hold music and I'm going to sample it and flip it. So I took it, put it in FL Studio, got on my MIDI keyboard, and I came up with this. It's not even the fun part. Watch this. Watch me go crazy. I'm in my mode, Cowboys Nation. I'm in my Cowboys Nation. So it's like, yeah. Gotta slow it down. Then all right. Let's go up, Tuck. Yeah, Cowboys Nation, DC4L in the chat. If you are ready for this season, I need to see DC4Ls in the chat. Light it up, stars in the chat, man. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. I am so fired up this year, y'all. I promise you, I'm so fired up this year, man. We about to get down this year, man. I'm excited. We ain't gonna be afraid of nobody. Y'all know my motto, man. A lot of people's like, yo, Tuck, give it to him. I was like, man, I would, but that's why it's on my new intro. So that's the new CFO Sports intro. So I did the intro. I remade the intro. I'll play it again because I don't think it played at the beginning because I hit the wrong button. All right. But that's the new CFO Sports intro. I cut it up because I wanted it to give a real Cowboys feel to this show. I was talking to a lot of people this offseason, and it really hit me. It was like, yo, Tuck, you have proved yourself, bro. Because I feel like as a content creator, and Angry can probably talk about this, we work so hard to build our credibility and respect, from other media minds and this and that and this and that. So I felt like I had to do all of this to prove myself, right? But now I've done it, y'all. And I can no longer have to prove anything to anybody. I've shown what I can do. So it's time to show, yes, J Tuck can do this as a reporter, as an analyst, as a draft analyst, as a writer. But do not get it mistaken. He is a Dallas Cowboys hard hitter first, and you cannot take that away from me no longer, y'all. And now it's up. All right. So you can say, hey, Tuck is just a Cowboys fan. Hey, whatever. I'm not just a Cowboys fan, right? You're going to have to respect me. All right. So it's like, all right, I've earned that. So now I can come back home and really show people what I'm really about, man. So that's pretty much what it was. And I heard that sample. I chopped it up. I had to go pick up my wife because she had her car getting service on, and she wanted to go out to eat. I was like, I can't. She's like, why? I was like, because I got something. When I get an idea in my head, y'all, I have to finish it, right? So I came back home, and for those who watch me on Instagram, I was cutting up the sample, and I was like, I need a drink. Right? I didn't feel like going to the liquor store. The liquor store was closed. So I went and grabbed some of my wife's Chardonnay. I came down here, drank an entire bottle of Chardonnay, and made that CFO Go Cowboys sample beat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we're going to have fun. Yeah, I'm back to doing me, y'all. I'm back to doing me, and it feels good. I feel like that. I feel like sometimes, like I said, we got to try to earn our respect and prove that we belong. And you guys know I was in the NFL Scouting Academy, and that was taking away time. And I was doing, draft coverage and, all sorts of stuff to kind of just prove myself worthy. I'm done proving. I'm done proving. So you can say, hey, Tucker's just a Dallas Cowboys fanboy. You can say that. But when you step in the arena, you're going to have to come with it, though. Fanboy, whatever, this, that, you know what I'm saying, and the other, right? But you're going to have to come with it because this is our court. We have built this brick by brick, Cowboys Nation. This is a safe haven for us, people like Aaron, to come out here and really talk ball and feel good about it. Right? That's what we built this for. And this is what it's about, right? And I feel like people were so long trying to take that away from us. Oh, that's just the fans. That's just those are just guys in their mama's basements. Don't listen to them. All right? They're not. So I stripped that away from them. And now, you guys see me at AT&T Stadium, right? For those of you who have, y'all can pull up to me. We can take shots together. Y'all see me at the Giants Stadium, see me at Seattle or wherever, we can pull up and take. I don't have to hide my shots from no cameras because I got to protect the image. Nope. We going to toast the Cowboys live on camera. When I'm at home at AT&T Stadium, y'all in town, hit me up, pull up to my tailgate. Don't have to pay me a dime. Grab out the cooler, bro, wherever you need. Feel free. So I felt like, me personally, I'm merging the lanes of being a fan, media, content creator, but people never get it twisted. I am outside front line with Cowboys Nation, man. So I appreciate you as always, man. Hopefully everyone has a good one. Day off. I'm not sure if it's padded practice tomorrow or not. We'll double check, but if there's clips, we'll break it down. Facts. You know, it gives me joy when I see Vach sitting across from Will McClay, right? It gives me joy when I see Law out there with credentials around his neck interviewing players. Because I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm going to keep it real. Y'all know I keep it real, right? And I sent this to the cover 3, right? Let me show this. This is my guy, Samoan Raider, right? Phenomenal Raiders content creator, all right? You see that? He's with future Dallas Cowboy Max Crosby at camp. All right? Now, I'm not saying it has to be me. Take me out of it. Why isn't this Sky? Why isn't this Law? Why isn't this Mark? Why isn't this Foots? Why isn't this Rome? Why isn't this list goes on and on? Take me out of it. I don't need it. Right? There is incredible people in our space that covers the team, but yet they keep the gates closed for us. So when I see Vach doing what Vach is doing, and he's killing it. When I see Law doing what he's doing and killing it. When I walk into these rooms, because when I walked into the combine, y'all, it was like people saw a ghost because they already know what was about to happen. The wizard was here. You know what I'm saying? When I walked into the combine, I was like, oh shit. All right. So their wins is my wins. Aisha's wins is my wins. Rome's wins is my wins. DMV's wins is my wins. AOC's wins is my wins. Angry's wins is my wins. Lou's wins is my wins. They're my wins. So we have to stop all this friendly firing. Right? You ever play Call of Duty and you got the friendly fires on? Too much friendly firing. We're on the same team, bro. Too much friendly firing. Why are you shooting me in my back? I'm trying to open the fence for us while we playing capture the flag. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding the Cowboys content flag, trying to go plant it to open up opportunities for Angry and others behind me, and I got people on my own team shooting me in the back. Like, damn, bro. Tuck got the flag. Tuck got the flag. He's in his 5th Super Bowl. Get him. No, bro. Let me plant the flag. And then y'all surround and protect the flag. And that's how we win. That's how the game goes. All right. So I appreciate you all as always, man. Like the channel, support the channel. And yeah, we're going to have fun. Like I said, tomorrow we'll break it down. And then the days that they don't have camp, we'll just go live, do what we did. Gonna get the phone lines set up. I didn't have that set up today. We'll get the phone lines back up and running. And yeah, we're gonna have fun, man. So I appreciate it as always. And you guys know, once preseason starts, we will have the film breakdowns, man. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And I'm gonna play the countdown one more time for those who missed it because I didn't press the button, all right? And everyone have a good one. Peace.
Now, hey, and then today, hold it just a second. Now, I've been doing a lot of talking, but the things that you said, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. Hey, thanks to you guys, y'all did the walking, all right? Hey, and one thing, this week I'm not going to say a word. You know how I feel, but I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now. How about them Cowboys?